Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another Locomotive review. So today we will be doing a review and unboxing on the C-Class steam locomotive. So here we have the box. As you can see, it's made by Bachmann branch line mod railways. Then you got the C-Class there, then you get a little glimpse of the livery that I've got. So let's take a quick look at the box. So with Bachmann, you normally get the code on the side here. So the product code is 31-460A, C-Class 583, and I got it in the SE and CR lined green livery, and it's 21 DCC ready. On the back of the box, we have the brief history. So the end of the 19th century saw the formation of the South Eastern and Chatham Railway, uniting the South Eastern Railway and the London, Chatham and Dover Railway under one managing committee. Following the inauguration of its new locomotive and carriage superintendent, Harry Wainwright, a project was begun to replace the small and ailing locomotives of the constituent railway. With larger and more powerful machines, the C-Class was created as the new railway statement goods locomotive, and 109 were constructed between 1900 and 1908. Although used primarily for freight duties, the C-Class locomotives were also occasionally engaged in passenger work when required, often for Kent hop pickers services. Simple yet robust in construction, the C-Class locomotive proved to be a notable success. They gave little trouble in service, achieved good speed, and for engines of an 060 wheel arrangement, provided a surprisingly comfortable ride. These qualities contributed to a long working life, with all but two of the locomotives surviving into BR ownership, and many lasting until the electrification of the Kent coast in 1959 to 1960. Withdrawals began in 1953 and accelerated during the electrification project. One locomotive from the Class 592 Southern Railway 5092 BR 31592 has been preserved and can be seen on the Bluebell Railway. So there you go, there's a little bit of a brief history on the locomotive, and as you can tell, there is only one left in preservation. Sadly, there's not any others in preservation. It would be nice because these are absolutely beautiful locos, but at least we still have one still around today. So let's get this sleeve off the box and get a proper first look at what the model is. There's the first look at her. Absolutely astonishing. What a beautiful model. Right, let's get her out of her blister pack packaging. As you guys know already, I do like this blister pack packaging. I prefer the hard card foam that you get from like the EFE Ray or the Hattons, but this still does a good job. Right, let's get her out of the packaging. Right, so there is something in the box here. So we got some gumph here. So by the looks of it, we got a instruction sheet, how to fit the decoder, how to take the locomotive apart here. We got an exploded diagram. What else we got? Oh, the warranty service request sheet and product and maintenance care. So that's what you get in the model, in the box, sorry. We also get quite a big detail bag here. It's currently glued to the sellotape to the model there. But as you guys can see, we got some brake rig in there. We got some little teeny tiny screws. I'm guessing that's for the speaker housing there. We got some little firing irons. What's very, very nice indeed by Bachmann. Absolutely good job. We got some small shovels there, and some couplings with their draw hooks too. So that's very, very nice by Bachmann there. So let's get this beauty out of the box. I will say I have had her out of the box already. I've had her for a couple of months now. So I've added some of my own real coal to her and that sort of stuff. And she has been ran in already. She hasn't really been ran for the last couple of days. Well, couple of weeks, sorry, as I've been working like 8 days straight at work, so it's been quite a busy week for me. But luckily I'm back on 2 night shifts now, so I managed to get a couple of reviews in. So where to start with this absolutely breathtaking model? Just look at that livery. As you guys would have known, I really do like this livery a lot. I have got a Wainwright D class. Hopefully I'll be getting one on pre-order in this livery, and also the, I believe it's like the SE and CR grey, but it's more of a wartime grey livery. I'm hoping to get 2 of them, so one of each livery, so hopefully it'll join my little fleet of beautiful engines like these. So first impressions of the model straight out of the box is wow. The amount of detail you can see straight off the bat is absolutely exquisite. This is the standard you want to see on every model nowadays. You want to see perfection. As you can see, we got this beautiful, absolutely beautiful, stunning darkish green livery here with the light green, yellow and red banding all over the model. All of that exquisite crisp lining that you can see is absolutely exquisite. You got this gorgeous brownish maroon underframe there that's all lined out, and it just stands out so wow. Absolutely beautiful. I honestly don't know where to start on this model. You got beautiful separately fitted metal handrails along the smoke box and the boiler there. You got separately fitted metal handrails on the side of the cab. You got your handrails on the cab there. It's the amount of detail on this model. You got separately fitted metal handrails all over this model. You got very fine pipe work on the side of the boiler and the smoke box. You got all of this exquisite lining all around the model. You got this brass, well, it's not actually brass, it's plastic, but made to look like brass, but it just stands out so wow on the model of your dome and your safety valves there. You got your little whistle on the top of the roof there. There is plenty of rivet work on this model too, for those who enjoy seeing the rivet work of the metal. Wow, what would have been metal on the Locomotive, all the rivets, just absolutely, they've gone to the final detail on this model. As you can see, we got little valves and pipes everywhere you look. The underframe is all lined, every single wheel is green with red lining all over. It's an absolutely superb model. So we go round to the front of the model. As you can see, we got a lined buffer beam in the yellow with this lovely red you got metal sprung buffers, you got the NEM coupling, you got a pre-fit vacuum pipe, you got your draw hook, you got your transfers on the front of that buffer beam with its number on, absolutely crisp. You got the metal looking, well, it's not metal, it's plastic, but silver coloured dart, and the door hinges there just makes the Loco stand out a bit from the front, and it is absolutely beautiful. As you can see, the metal handrail goes all the way around the model and looks very, very nice in that, I'm guessing, just plain stainless steel or whatever you want to call it. Look to it is absolutely exquisite. As you can see from here, we do have the glazed windows that are flush to the model with the gold banding around. That looks very, very, very nice. Coming to this side of the model, you've got to be very careful picking this one up. You can see we got the ejectors and the lovely pipe work. You can see there's more lining on this side. You got its number there on the side of the cab with the SE and CR lettering on the side of the tender there. What is very, very, very nicely lined out there. Coming to the back of the model, you can see more lining and its number there with metal sprung buffers, the NEM coupling, and another vacuum pipe fitted. What is very, very nice, you got separately fitted teeny tiny little steps on the back of the tender there for the fireman or cleaner to fill up the water. Coming to the top of the model, as you can see, you got your water filling cap there. I've added some realistic coal, well, it is real coal crushed up onto the coal load there. What just gives that extra bit of realistic look to the Locomotive. I do that to all my models now. As you can see, if I just grab the camera, and let's move one of my lights just so you guys can see a little bit better. As you can see, the cab detail in there is absolutely astonishing. Look at the amount of detail in that cab, absolutely exquisite. It's all in a brass colour. You got your reverser and all that picked out in red. You got your firebox door there, picked out in red, the handles for it anyway. You got all the gauges, all the dials, all the valves. Is absolutely exquisite. You got this beautiful wooden planked floor. You got your little handrail there. Absolutely beautiful. What a superb model indeed. Now if I very gently turn this over, as you can see, a very decent base under there. You do have wires going from the tender to the Locomotive, so it just shows that this is all-wheeled pickup. What is very, very good indeed. Just zoom out a little bit there for you guys. What a superb model indeed. I do love this model to absolute bits. It is a stunning, stunning model, and just proves how well Bachmann can produce an absolutely stunning model. So let's get this on to the layout and we'll see how she runs. Here we are over at the layout, and as you can see, I've got her on the outside loop in her pride and joy, looking very, very nice indeed. So the price I paid for this was £179.95. I do think it is a little bit on the expensive side for an 060 with a tender here, but The detail and delivery is absolutely astonishing, so I don't mind paying that little bit extra. I think the reasonable price mark for this would have been around the 130, 140, and then 179 is more, I would say, more suitable for like an 080, like an Evening Star, like a 9F, 8F, that sort of thing. But the weight of this was 252 grams. So she's got a little bit of weight to her. So I have run her in. She was a little bit jolty on the crawl at first before I ran her in. After running in, she was smooth, not the slowest crawler, but she was quiet. So let's see how she performs now. It's a little bit fast. So that is probably the slowest crawl I can get her to go before she starts jolting. As you can see, if I go any slower than that, she's quite slow. Let's get her to come back a little bit. So as you can see, she's very smooth. Very, very nice indeed. Let's bring her back. So let's hook her up to her coaches I've got set up for her. Make sure she actually couples this time. So I'm going to get her setting off with her coaches. And I'll get a couple of shots of these guys running around. Today joining her on the inner loop is the SE and CRP class. So on a little small freight. So we'll get her running around very nicely as well. And I'll get a few shots of these guys running around, and I will be back in a minute. And there we have it, the review on the Bachmann C class in the SE and CR lined green livery. So let's jump straight into the scores here. So we got packaging, I'd given a 9 out of 10, just because I do prefer the hard card box with the foam and the blister pack. I think that's the best packaging going in the industry right now. Detail, I've given a 10 out of 10 because this model is just absolutely stunning. Performance, I've given it a 9 out of 10 just because the crawl isn't the best. I've seen better on bigger locomotives, and also when it goes around curves where there's so many wires that go to the tender, it seems to be quite stiff, so you get like a little kind of rubbing noise. Accessories, I've given a 10 out of 10 just because you do get like shovels and all sorts of accessories with it. What's very, very nice. Value for money, I've given a 9 out of 10 just because it could have been better on the value, because £179 is quite a lot for an 060 with a tender when you can pick them up for like 120, 130. But I'm guessing the price was put up just due to the amount of detail on this model. So overall, I have given I'm giving this model a 9.5 out of 10. It is an absolutely beautiful model. I do recommend you guys getting one if you can, because they are really, really lovely models, and you'll never get bored of seeing them go around your layout. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please go and hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed this video. Please give this video a like and a comment. And also, if you're new to the channel, go check out the other railway reviews I've done. And I'll see you guys in the next one.